You have more power than you give yourself credit for. You are more powerful than you give yourself credit for. Don't relinquish it to anyone or anything else. Okay? What you can control, the only thing you can actually control is you. It's how you put energy out there, it's how you choose to respond to other people's actions, it's how you act, how you behave. The frequency, the baseline frequency is what's coming through that you keep yourself in. That is what changes everything for you. That is, sometimes it's going to trigger other people. That's not your problem, is what I want to say. It's not. That's an issue that they need to deal with. You be you. Your actions, your words, your vibration will impact others in different ways, and you can't control it. That's something that we just have to accept. So what do we do then? We focus on ourselves. You keep yourself in a vibration, in a frequency, in a mindset, in a state, an emotional state where you are making the best decisions for yourself so that you can have the best outcome for yourself. And they're showing me ripples. When you do that, it goes out, okay? Everything you do goes out, whether it's negative or positive. So when you're acting in the best, as in the highest good, that's what I mean by the best interest, or, the best outcome, the highest good of all involved, right? You do that, you're putting out good energy. It's only going to benefit you. You're not going to get dinged for being a good person, for doing the right thing. Sometimes the right thing can be difficult, okay? Understand what I'm saying and take this message responsibly. It does not mean be a people pleaser. It also does not mean be selfish. There's a balance to everything, okay? And that includes our behavior and our words. You can deliver the same message in different ways depending on how you word it. And why is that? Because words and the tone that you use those words in have frequency. Their sound, that's frequency. So it's going to have a different impact. Okay, there's a way to deliver difficult information or messages in a way that isn't hurtful, but in a firm way so that the point gets across, right? That a tact is what's coming through. You can use tact in everything. The other thing that was coming through was, in order to, like, if you find yourself in situations where you're kind of sinking low in vibration and you have to snap yourself out of it, take those breaths and then try to find what brings you to happiness, because that song, All I Really Want Is to Be Happy, came through. The other thing that came through was Do You Believe in Magic, which I thought was just a jingle, but no, it's actually a song from the 60s, I think 1965, and the group was something about spoons. Loving Spoonful, the Lovin' Spoonfuls, 1965. I have to visualize it. Yeah, so it's an actual song, and this one is a jingle because it is a specific jingle. Toys R Us Kids jingle came through, so it doesn't mean that you have to be childish, and that's also something. It's like been the underlying message for the past couple of videos. I think they really just want to push that out there. It's not, tapping into that side of you, that childlike side of you, does not mean that you have to be childish. It just means to start finding ways to incorporate joy in your life. It could be as simple as while you're cooking, not while you're chopping vegetables and not while you're working with, hot liquids on the stove, but I see someone going, stop, hammer time. And they go like in between the stove and the table. Maybe that's what you have to do. You just got to tell yourself, stop. I have 2 minutes right here while that's boiling, and I still have time before I need to add those vegetables into the pot. I have 2 minutes. What am I going to do? I'm going to dance it out. I'm going to sing it out. I'm just going to be silly. I'm going to get myself into that high vibration because today was a tough day and I need it. That's it. It is that simple. Okay? And it doesn't have to be dancing. Give a little wiggle. Who cares? No one's watching you. And if they are, doesn't matter. It's your home. Okay, in that specific instance. When you're outside, think of a song, think of a memory. There's so many different ways that you can do this. Okay, don't limit yourself. But they also showed me, okay, so I feel like people are questioning, you know, frequency and like keeping your frequency in a certain state and how that can benefit you, because they brought me to a specific point in my life where it was just like it was during a process where everything was clicking for me, right? Like I told you, I denied my gift, and I, I, I felt like I needed to be in the 3D and be of 3D because that's how it functioned. Um, but of course, I'm just going to remind you what they say is like to be in the world, but not of the world, right? Remember that you have a connection, and that there's more to it than the eyes can see. So what they brought me to was there was a specific situation where my father was hospitalized and he was in the ICU. This was at a point where he was in the ICU for almost 2 weeks. Okay, and things were not improving. They started to improve and then they really dipped. And so we were at this point where it had dipped and it was kind of plateauing. And so they told us they were going to keep an eye on things, but that we should be prepared. So the day came where they literally said, I will not forget this because it was around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Um, and they said, okay, you guys really need to think about making arrangements because we're trying everything and it's not working. Um, we can't get certain things to the right numbers, and I don't want to go into specifics. Okay. When I think about that, then it takes me back into that emotion, and I don't want to tap into that again. So, see, and my voice is getting shaky. Okay, so but it was like a last resort. And I just thought, okay, I don't know. But this is like a Hail Mary, right? What am I gonna do? And we have in Hinduism there's this mantra. Oh my god, I know it, but I forgot the name of it. The Triambakam. What is that? I don't remember the name of it. Anyway, it's a specific mantra, and I know the words, but I don't remember the name. Um, So I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'm just going to put it on. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. He passes. This is what I was thinking. He can then pass in like in a better state, not in chaos. That's what I was thinking. So I took the wireless headphones. I put that on. I put the mantra on my cell phone, and I was just like, well, listen to it. That's it. Okay. What happened was things slowly, the numbers that they needed to drop, blood pressure, everything started to slowly fall into place, so that the medications that they were trying to use would finally take effect. And it was like hour by hour, things started improving. He was not out of the woods, not by any means, because he was still in the ICU for another like 2 weeks after that. But the numbers were improving. Um, and so that's what they took me to, because that's when I kind of it fell into place for me in a way, that portion, that idea of frequency. It's not that I want you to take this very, very responsibly. Listen to me clearly. I am not claiming that mantra healed him. That's not what I'm saying. What it did was it put his body in the right state for the medications, for the medical interventions to be effective. That's what it did. And that is what any chant, any mantra, any song, anything can affect your, not just your mood, but your state of being. So that's why you have some responsibility when it comes to what you take in, to be in the world, but not of it, right? That's your power. You decide what enters your field. That is something that I say when I'm holding the amethyst. Hold on, let me tell you exactly. So for amethyst, I say I trust what I sense and receive, and I choose what enters my field. This is something that I learned through. It was Susan Lynn. She had this video about crystals, and there was a point where I was like, okay, I get crystals they're like any other object. They have a frequency, but how do you really use it? I just don't want to carry something around and not understand it. So that's where I learned it. So she has a video up there. I'll search it, and if I can put the link, I'll put it in there. Otherwise, I'll put the title. Let me make note of that so I don't forget to do that. Susan Lynn crystals. That should Click. All right. Okay. Yeah, so you choose what enters your field. That is your responsibility. You can only control yourself, remember? So yeah, that's the point of me telling you that story. It's just that frequency can have impacts. We just have to be open to realizing it. Before I was just close to it. I was kind of like I don't I I battled with it, right? Because everything here in this 3D tells you that that's all, I want to say, hogwash is coming through. I don't say that, but I guess that's the energy I was putting out. It's all hogwash, because I wanted to deny it. Okay, it was easier. It was easier than saying I felt energies when I walked into the room. It was easier than saying, okay, I can really sense what this person is thinking. It was easier than saying, because if I tell anyone, I felt like I was insane. That's what I was going through. But that whole experience really brought me to that again. They show me like the pieces of clicking into place, and it's like slowly but surely I got to this point where I am now. Okay, there are other things that have happened in my life that are pretty miraculous, which brought me here. So I don't blame people when they feel like they need proof. It's kind of like when I see the numbers or I get a notification, and now that I have my phone on silent, I say, "Oh, I just want you to see it. I need to prove it to you." What I mean by that is I want you to have faith in the confirmations that you're getting in these videos, because I understand that back and forth, that kind of push and pull where I know what's happening, I see what's happening, but this can't be. It's insane because I can't actually hold it. It's not tangible. This is just all in my mind, right? I get that. That's why I want to do that for you. It's not that I want to prove it to you because I think I'm going to change your mind. I can't change your mind. I can only put the information that they tell me to put out there. And if I get a notification, a ding, I'll show it to you. You interpret it how you want to. That's your responsibility. That's your power. You choose what information you take in. You choose what enters your field. Okay? So I want to get some more cards. Like what is it about this that they really want me to push today? Because I that was the most, not forceful. Forceful is not the right word. It was very clear and direct that you are more powerful than you give yourself credit for. Okay? It's all in you. Okay, so I just saw there's an Indian epic, and most kids growing up saw this. It's a part of it's called the Mahabharata, and in that there's a scene where Krishna's, I guess you can say, adopted mother. Um, I don't want to go too into detail, but for some reason she saw, like, he opened his mouth and she saw the universe in his mouth. What that is like the universe is inside of you. It is you. You are it. Okay, this was a video that I just put, I think yesterday. I posted it. The universe is your oyster. Again, you are that stardust. I don't know how else to say it to you because all I hear is it is you. You are it. That's it. Okay, that's what's coming through. So I guess, what am I asking them? What can we tell you so that, I don't know, how do you want me to phrase this? Like, how do I ask? I don't even know it feels like such a profound question. What's on the bottom? See, the big picture is on the bottom. Number 29. That's 11. Okay, that's on the bottom. Yeah. Ooh, they just brought me to this. So it's 904, but can you see the 5 in March? So I feel like 909. I told you, I don't know why. They show me numbers and then sometimes something merges with something else. I just tell you what they show me. Okay, that's it. That's all I can do. That's all I can control. I can't control what you believe. I can't control how you perceive it, how you take it, how you interpret it, or how you implement it. I can't do that. I just know that I can put it out there and whatever ripples occur. Okay? What do you want me to show? Oh, hummingbird spirit, be here now. Look at that purple. That's what's standing out to me. That's like the crown. Don't deny that connection. All right, so what do you want me to tell them? Let's just put it that way. What do you want me to tell them? What do you want to tell them? All right, so let it shine, peacock. Whenever I see this, I think of like letting your talent shine, like letting your voice be heard kind of thing. Okay. And that is 46. So either 4 and 6 is significant to you, or 10. We have turtle spirit. This felt upright. Slow and steady wins the race. So don't rush the process of connecting. And so remember how I said it took me years to get to the point things were slowly falling into place? That's exactly what's supposed to happen, because that's when you're going to reach this point where you have full faith. Like, don't force it, basically. If you're not really feeling it, don't force it. You might go back and forth. Like I said, it's okay. They know what you're going through. They see it all. They understand. That's their job, to bring things into your life, to bring those miracles into your life so that you can see and go, whoa, and have those aha moments where you're like, okay, maybe I can't deny this. Maybe I shouldn't deny this. And then I don't want to deny this anymore. Those are like the kind of steps that I see happening, okay? But it'll happen when it's supposed to happen for you. If you're here, you're already in the process. So this is just like another little confirmation, okay? No, okay, this is 42. I love that. I just want you to see it. Look at that. Read what it says. You're never alone. See? Oh, gosh. Otter spirit. And whenever I see otters, I think of also that playful energy. Let's see, you're never alone. That's all you need to really know. You are connected. It's there. It's there for you. Whenever you choose to tap in, because they're not going to force you. They can't force you either. They can't intervene into your life unless you invite them and like say, yeah, I want your help. Help me. I need your help. Show me, and be open to how they communicate. It's going to be visual things that are in your environment. You might hear like a song that comes in your head. Look up that song and see if there's something in the lyrics. It will pop out at you. Don't just like deny it. And look at that. 33 is the number for, I think, the Ascended Masters, right? Freedom is yours. That is your freedom. What could be more freeing than knowing, okay, everything that's going on out there, I can't control, but I control me. That's it. That is it. I control me. I control my energy. I control what enters my field. You can't see it. I was pointing to the amethyst. I control what enters my field. I choose. I dictate what I take in. You know, people can say whatever they want. You choose whether or not to hear it and absorb that information and absorb the energy. Like, it depends on how you deliver things, right? I said that for a reason. All right, so we have 33, 42, and 62. A couple of days ago, I don't remember when it was and what reading it was in, but 40 to 60 came out. So this might be for someone specific, like you're between the ages of 42 and 62. This could be like, I want to say like a second awakening. Maybe you've tapped into it and you understand, but you're going to have like there's going to be another moment, like another catalyst is going to trigger a second awakening. Wow. Wow. Oh, look at that. And 909 caught my eye. Okay, that's significant for someone, all right? Okay. Do you want to tell them anything else? I don't feel called to take any other, so we'll see if anything else comes from here. Ooh. Number 6. Lay a solid foundation. So what's coming through with this one? Oh, gosh, look at that. There's 6, and then there is number 66. So look those numbers up, okay? White Raven Spirit, trust in magic. Trust in the magic. Okay, this is what's coming through. I'm going to hold these two together. All right. For lay a solid foundation, the way it's coming through right now is like creating almost like a spiritual routine. It's where you cleanse your energy because you do pick up things when you interact with people. All right, but create that routine, whatever it is that works for you. Create that routine so that you give a little bit of time during the day to just be quiet and connect with your guides to see what it is, how it is they want to guide you, how it is that they want to help you or that they can help you. Because maybe throughout the day you've been asking those questions. Okay, now you've asked them, you don't feel like you're getting the answers. Maybe you're just not seeing it. So get quiet and tap in. I'm hearing 2 minutes again. Start with just 2 minutes if that is all you can do. The same time every single day. Start with just 2 minutes. Maybe it's before you put your keys, because I see someone sitting, taking a couple of deep breaths just before they put their key in the car to turn it on, right? You're letting the car warm up. That's when you have some time. Keep the radio on, shut the radio off. It doesn't matter. It depends on what you're called to do in that moment. All right. Use that 2 minutes before you have to get to work or before you have to come back from the office to work to just decompress, to put yourself in the mind frame. Ooh, I hear like clear channel. And I see someone tuning the frequency, but I think that means like of yourself, the frequency here. Okay. To create a clear channel between you and your guides. And I always say this whenever you're trying to tap into anything, make sure that you surround yourself with the divine white light, okay? That energy exchange is real. All right, I'm going to be very brief with this. You can look it up if you're curious and you feel like it. Look into it. There are things that can drain our energy. There are things that can impact us negatively because the whole point is to throw us off kilter. They're showing me that topple game again, right? We're supposed to go the wrong way. That's the point. And your spirit guides and your guide source is all there for you to tap into so that you can find your way through that. And kind of, I see someone using their elbows to like knock that negativity out of your way to clear your path more. Okay, so that's what I get with lay a solid. Excuse me. See, something doesn't want you to hear that. Okay, so lay a solid foundation. That is what that means. Okay, and trust in the magic. Trust in the magic. You have protected yourself. You have, maybe crystals are calling you. Maybe you need to hold black tourmaline, or obsidian is also coming through. Look it up. Look it up. If you feel like, if this is kind of sparking interest in you, look it up and do some research and see what it is. Go to a crystal shop and talk to the owner. Really, that's one thing. You can, of course, order crystals online, but I have noticed that when you go into a shop and you hold, even if there's a bucket, let's say, because I see the black tourmaline, there's a bucket of black tourmaline, you pick one up, one is going to really you're going to feel it. Well, I don't know. I know it sounds like hogwash, but you're going to feel the difference. Okay. Yeah. All right. So today's reading, I guess, was all about frequency and your frequency and acknowledging that you are more powerful than I just heard, than they want you to know. So, and my throat was getting a little, like I felt like it was getting tighter, like I couldn't get the words out. But yeah, something doesn't want you to hear that. Of course, I know what that is. Like those trickster spirits, don't give them power. Do not give them any power. You focus on connecting with your guides, protecting yourself, your energy, clearing your energy, and your aura just came through. Look into that. If you need lavender sage smudging spray, I use this one. This is by Crystal Serenity. You don't have to use this one. Use whatever. Use what you want. You can actually use the sage and Palo Santo, but the smoke bothers me, so I just don't use it. I prefer the spray. Okay. There are also oils that you can use. Do a little bit of research, and then you'll know what you want to bring into your field. Okay. So the power is yours. It always was. It is, and it will always be. Do not give it up to anyone, anything, any video, any book, any person. Don't. It's yours. Hold on to it. All right? Protect it. And Yeah, I hear like energize it, but I'm seeing with like green. So I feel like that's the heart space. So energizing with like love. Oh, okay. Archangel Raphael is coming through. So maybe he's someone who's you feel close to, then look more into what it is he does and see how you can work with him more directly, okay? Because that green, that emerald green fire is it's Archangel Raphael. All right, maybe you're a healer. Hmm. Okay, so as always, I hope something in this resonates with you. Ooh, this is on the bottom. Crow spirit, co-create with spirit, number 17. Ay, ay, ay. Where am I going? What do I want to show you? There you go. Can you see it? Okay, now you can see it. How do I turn it? There you go. I don't know. One day I'll figure all this out. Okay. All right. So, again, I hope something in this sparked some interest in you. Um, but yeah, the power is yours. You choose what you take in, you choose what enters your field. Okay? Whenever you see this, I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.